Ever wondered why some projects succeed effortlessly while others stumble to the finish line? It's a puzzle that can leave even the most seasoned professionals scratching their heads. Could the answer lie in the obscure corners of project management? Possibly in the often overlooked yet critical aspect of stakeholder analysis. The divergence between a victorious project and a struggling one might just be how well their stakeholders were understood and managed. The secret might just lie in effective stakeholder analysis. Let's dig deeper. Stakeholder analysis, a key component of project management, often makes the difference between success and failure. So, what is stakeholder analysis? It's a technique used to identify and understand more about the stakeholders that are likely to impact or be impacted by a project. This could include individuals, groups, or organizations. The idea is to figure out their interests, expectations, influence, and how these elements could affect the project's outcomes. In the realm of project management, stakeholder analysis plays an essential role. Think of it as a strategic tool that helps project managers navigate the often complex landscape of individuals and groups that have a stake in the project's success or failure. By understanding who these stakeholders are, what they want, and how they can influence the project, managers can create strategies to engage them effectively. Why does this matter? Well, stakeholders can significantly impact a project's trajectory. They can be champions that drive the project forward, or they can be barriers that hinder progress. Without a clear understanding of who they are and what they want, project managers could find themselves blindsided by unexpected challenges or missing out on valuable opportunities. In essence, stakeholder analysis is about turning potential obstacles into allies. It's about understanding the human element of project management and using that knowledge to steer the project towards success. An effective stakeholder analysis can turn potential obstacles into allies. So let's delve deeper into how this analysis is conducted and what it can reveal about the real-world dynamics of project management. Consider a real-world example: the construction of a new community center. This isn't your everyday project. It's a massive undertaking that promises to transform a neighborhood. From its inception, the project has been a hotbed of expectation and excitement. The center is anticipated to house a library, a gym, art studios, and even a cafe. It's a beacon of hope, a symbol of community growth. A project of this magnitude has a variety of stakeholders, each with their unique interests and influences. Identifying stakeholders is the first step in the stakeholder analysis process. Let's delve into our case study to illustrate this process. We're working on a hypothetical project, the construction of a new public park. The first step is to pinpoint who our stakeholders are. Broadly speaking, stakeholders could include anyone who is affected by the project, has influence or power over it, or has an interest in its successful or unsuccessful conclusion. In this case, our stakeholders might include local residents, the city council, construction companies, local businesses, environmental groups, and even future park users. After identifying our stakeholders, we need to assess their interest and influence. This is where stakeholder mapping comes in handy. We would place stakeholders on a grid with interest on one axis and influence on the other. For instance, the city council might have high influence and high interest, as they're funding the project and their constituents will use the park. Conversely, a local business might have high interest, hoping for increased customer traffic, but low influence, as they can't make decisions about the project. Now, let's imagine we've mapped all our stakeholders. We can see at a glance who we need to keep satisfied, who to keep informed, who to monitor, and who to manage closely. This is valuable information, as it helps us understand who can impact the project and how we should interact with them. Once we have this understanding, it's time to develop strategies to engage our stakeholders. This is a crucial step, as successful stakeholder engagement can make or break a project. For our park project, we might hold town hall meetings for local residents, provide regular updates to the city council, and invite local businesses to sponsor park benches or playground equipment. Engagement strategies should be tailored to each stakeholder group. High influence, high interest stakeholders like the city council might require more formal, frequent communication, while low influence, high interest stakeholders like local businesses might appreciate more casual, less frequent updates. Remember, stakeholder engagement isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous process that should be revisited throughout the project. As the project progresses, stakeholders' interests and influence might change, and our engagement strategies should adapt accordingly. For instance, once construction begins, environmental groups might become more interested and influential, requiring us to engage them more closely. By identifying our stakeholders, assessing their interest and influence, and developing tailored engagement strategies, we can build strong relationships that support our project's success. We can anticipate potential challenges, mitigate risks, and ensure that our project meets its objectives while satisfying our stakeholders. As you can see, understanding your stakeholders can lead to a smoother project execution. Now, let's see how effective stakeholder analysis benefited our community center project. When we dove into the process of stakeholder analysis for our community center project, we did so with the understanding that it would help us to manage expectations, allocate resources effectively, and navigate any potential conflicts. And it did just that. The analysis allowed for a deeper understanding of each stakeholder's interests, influence, and potential impact on our project. This insight was instrumental in managing conflicts. By anticipating potential issues and understanding the key players involved, we were able to head off disagreements before they escalated and kept our project running smoothly. But stakeholder analysis isn't just about conflict management, it's also about resource allocation. In our case, understanding who our stakeholders were, what they wanted, and how they could contribute to the project allowed us to allocate resources more effectively. We could identify who had the skills, knowledge, or influence to push our project forward and allocate resources accordingly. This not only maximized the efficiency of our project, but also ensured that every stakeholder felt valued and involved. And the benefits of stakeholder analysis didn't stop there. By keeping our stakeholders engaged and informed, we were able to foster a sense of ownership and commitment. This led to increased support for our project, which in turn contributed to its overall success. Our project was not without its challenges, of course, but by understanding our stakeholders and managing their expectations, we were able to navigate these obstacles and keep our project on track. The stakeholder analysis acted as our compass, guiding us through the complex landscape of interests, influences, and power dynamics. In the end, the community center was not just a successful project, it was a testament to the power of effective stakeholder analysis. It showcased how a deep understanding of stakeholders can lead to efficient resource allocation, effective conflict management, and ultimately, project success. So the project succeeded thanks to a well-executed stakeholder analysis. Stakeholder analysis might seem like a daunting task, but its benefits are invaluable. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to recap the pivotal points we've discussed in this video about the significance of stakeholder analysis in project management. Stakeholder analysis is not just a box to check off in the project planning phase. It is an essential process that can shape the success of your project from inception to completion. Remember when we started, we defined stakeholders as those individuals, groups, or organizations that can affect or be affected by a project. Identifying these stakeholders is the first step in stakeholder analysis. This process can be as simple as making a list or as intricate as creating a stakeholder map. The main aim is to ensure no stakeholder is overlooked. Next, we explored the process of stakeholder analysis using a case study. We underlined the importance of understanding each stakeholder's interest, influence, and impact on the project. This understanding allows for a tailored approach when communicating and engaging with each stakeholder, leading to better relationships and smoother project execution. Then, we moved on to the outcomes of effective stakeholder analysis. We learned that it not only helps to mitigate risks, but also uncovers opportunities that can enhance the project's outcome. Stakeholder analysis provides valuable insights into the project's potential roadblocks and accelerators, allowing for more informed decision-making. Moreover, stakeholder analysis fosters open communication and trust among project members. It ensures that everyone's voice is heard and their concerns are addressed. This mutual respect and understanding pave the way for a more collaborative and inclusive project environment. Finally, we discussed how stakeholder analysis contributes to the overall project management strategy. It helps in aligning the project objectives with stakeholder expectations, leading to increased satisfaction and project success. So next time you embark on a project, remember, a thorough stakeholder analysis can be your secret weapon to success.